Well, hello everyone, top of the morning to you and welcome back to the channel. We are going to hopefully be finishing this last bit here and then brushing it along. I have found some black drills, but we do still have 310s on the lookabout to try and get them. So yes, I have been a busy old morning today. I feel a bit tired still. I'm always like, lately I've just seemed to be tired all the time. But today I got up to excruciating pain yet again in my sore throat. And got up at 6. I wanted to get up early anyway, but I ventured off to Tesco about 8:30. Posted the Terminator DVD to Uxbridge, because they're not owned by me, they're owned by a rental company. And it was a really good film. I've never ever watched the Terminator before, and just seeing, it was quite funny when his body came apart and then he's just crawling along with just his, like, his chest area and stuff, and he's got like wires out of his stomach, and then the woman goes, "Time to die, Terminator," or something she said, and then the Terminator's under this pillar thing and the machine is crushing him and his hand's sticking out. But yeah, but what they did was they sent me DVD 3 before DVD 1. And what happens is, on your list, if you want to see a film urgently, you need to move it to the top of the list, and it's based on whether they've got that in, you know, stock at the time. Because don't forget, there's various people ordering these things and DVDs. But yeah, so I've still got Terminator 3, but I need to try and get Terminator 2 first, which I believe is Judgment Day. And then Terminator 3 is Rise of something. Is it Rise of the Terminator, is it called? So, I mean, I could watch this DVD 3, but it wouldn't make sense. I need to see number 2 first. So, while I posted that, then I ventured off to Tesco, got some more bits and bobs for lunch, and came across this whacking great big I fancied party sausage rolls to go with my sandwich. And OMG, I've never seen a 70 pack of party sausage rolls before. Not sausage rolls, you know, the cocktail sausages. Couldn't believe it. So I got that. I think they were £3 something. Then I saw a whole chicken for £5, and I thought, oh, that can make a really good roast dinner. So I thought, oh, I'll get that, but I didn't have enough room in my bag. I only carry one bag. Like, you won't catch me carrying 2 bags at any time. I don't like carrying bags. And it's even difficult because my bag broke on my rucksack, so my zip broke. So normally when I go shopping, I'll put it in my rucksack, and then if I need to get a bit extra, I'll carry, you know, a bag as well. But yeah, and then it felt like the bag was giving way, so I had to carefully take it home, and it was like, oh, really? But yeah, so that was pretty good. So got that out of the way, picked up the issues yesterday, so that's done for this week. Then I had to come back here and log on to Animar, which is like an online doctor's thing, and I accidentally double booked because Monday the electrician is coming, and they also wanted to see me on Monday, and I didn't realise until I got off the phone when she rang me, because for some apparent reason they can't just book it in. They feel they have to ring, even though I put on the form, just book it in, you know. So on Animar I can request, oh, it's lovely, you don't have to phone up, I can request a cancellation. And that I just got a text to say that they've moved it to the 13th of Jan, so that's good. And they still rang me and left a voicemail, even though I said on the form, no need to ring, just book it in. No, we'll just, you know, give you a call anyway. So yeah, so that was good, got that sorted. It's very often I get a double booking, but my diary gets so busy, you know, with appointments that I need to do, and it's getting a bit of a joke, really, keep going back and forth to this doctor's. I don't know why they can't just prescribe antibiotics. As I said in the last video, we need an endoscopy, which is a camera that goes down the stomach to find out whether there's anything wrong in the trachea. The problem we've got here is the blisters have gone, the ulcers have gone in where the palate is. The palate is the top of your mouth. Now, this pain is protruding from, if you look at the back of your mouth, you've got that dangly thing. Then you've got the tonsils either side of that. And then if you like open your mouth wide up, you've got like a flap of skin that's like a semicircle, and it's behind that. So, you know, as if like the food is going down the trachea, which is the technical term for a windpipe. It feels like it's just like, imagine that's the back of the throat, so that's the windpipe. It feels like it's just to the side of that, behind this flap of skin part. Now, further down the trachea, you've got a flap of skin. And what that does is that whenever you eat, it flaps over to the windpipe. So if that's the windpipe, the skin will flap over like that to stop any food going down the windpipe. And then when you need to breathe, it will flap up again. Now, my gut feeling is it's probably laryngitis, which is inflammation of the voice box. Or the other thing I think it might be a ulcer that has formed behind that, which of course I can't see in the mirror because I can't get it any further open than that. Or it could be a perforated trachea, which is where there's a hole in the trachea. And I've looked at all the symptoms and their possible symptoms. So, you know, these face-to-face appointments are not really doing anything. He said, oh, what you can do is come back and we'll make a referral. Right, so why do I need to attend the appointment then? You know, if you're making a referral, what is the point, you know? Personally, for me, I just feel like this surgery mucks you about, and I tried everywhere to get somewhere else, but everywhere's fully booked, you see, and they're not taking on any more patients. So it is a bit of a piss take, really, if you ask me. Very, very annoying. They don't seem to know what they're doing. It's just a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So yeah, sorry, I was looking for D, but I can't find it, so I'll have to do that in a bit. I'll focus on the colours we've got, and then we can dump them in that jar, and then we can focus on doing the other ones that we need to get done, you know. But yeah, I just feel like it's a waste of my time. Then at some point I've got to go to Witten because my ink has been delivered there, and my ink comes in from Germany for some apparent reason. So I need to go over there. But D'Agostini have just said that they've sent another package out, so I'm going to wait for that. I've ordered another Prism package, so I'm going to wait for that, and then I've got something else coming. So I'm going to give it, because with D'Agostini I can see when it's come, so I'll give it another few days, and then I might go over, say, Thursday next week. I'm not in a hurry. So plus I haven't got my bag, so that's another thing. I don't need to pick up the I don't need to bring back the D'Agostini one because that gets built there. I always build two of everything. I like to have a modded one and then one that's just like left alone. So yeah, it's really quite annoying, but yesterday was an absolute, like, I was running around like a headless chicken. There was so much I needed to get done, but the problem I'm facing at the moment is the emails. I reply. I probably spent an hour last night just reading through them all, and yeah, within about an hour I got flooded with more, and I thought, you know what, this is ridiculous, I give up. And then I just watched EastEnders for the rest of the night, and that's another reason why I wanted to get up early to try and get the queue down, but I can't win. I clear an hour, I get more and more, and I don't really want to unsubscribe from, you know, all the painting companies, but it's mainly them that are doing it. So then I keep getting bloody spam emails, something to do with you've got a package when I haven't. And there's a thing on Gmail where you can actually report it, and it says report phishing or whatever it is. But they don't do anything because the next day you get more. So what is the point in saying report phishing when nothing happens? Do you see what I mean? So even if you block the email address, it just seems to come through again. So at the end of the time, I actually put an email back to them. I don't know whether it will do anything. But I actually, it's the famous one at the moment is Tesco saying that you've won £500. So I wrote an email back, and I know when it's a scam because in the subject line, if you look at the email header, it will have loads of letters and numbers. And I emailed back, which is probably the wrong move because you're not really supposed to respond to a scam thing. And I put, if you email me again, I will inform the police. So we'll see if they email again. Because it's really starting to get on my nerves, like the same crap every day. And I actually put on the email, I said, if you email again, I'll report you to police. Scams will not work with me. So I actually put the word scam so that they know they can't get anywhere with me, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, what annoys me the most is how do they get your email? That's what annoys me, because I suspect it's in a database somewhere, and basically what they've done is they've sold your email address and stole it. Basically, they've stole your email address and sold it to these scammers, and they've basically bought the data or whatever it is. I don't know, but yeah, it's beyond a joke. So every day I have to go through that. I don't really check spam an awful lot. I probably check spam roughly about once a week, maybe. And generally anything in spam goes in the bin anyway, all the trash. But I still open it because I don't know whether it's a genuine email or whether it's not. It's very hard to tell until you open it. But the problem is, what makes it even worse is on your computer you've got something called cookies. And what that is a small data file that lets companies know that you've opened up the email. So even if I open it, they're getting information to say that I've opened the email, which is probably making it worse. But, you know, it's just getting ridiculous. I don't really want to have to change my email again, because this happened before and I had to change my email again to stop them doing it. And I don't really want to go down that route again. It's a lot of hassle emailing every company to say, look, I've got to change my email address, you know. So I just wish they would stop bloody sending me poxy things. These scammers must have a very boring life if all they do is go around, you know, pretending to. And I feel sorry for like the vulnerable people, because they're the people that fall for it. As I said, my granddad, he got a text one day saying that you had to go up to the shop to get some sort of voucher or something, and luckily the manager there stopped him before he paid. He was literally about to pay over the money, and we stopped him just in the nick of time, you know. But yeah, they'll get caught eventually. So there's a program on TikTok, and it's basically an agency that works for BBC, and they actually phone the people. They're on the phone and they're watching what the scammers are doing, and they send a message to the customer's phone to say, hang up now, this is from your bank. So I don't know how they do it, but they seem to, but they have to do it carefully so that they don't know that they're onto them, you know. But yeah, they will get, you know, contact the customer to try and stop it, and sometimes the customer don't respond to it, and it's like, we need to stop this now, you know, otherwise that woman's going to get scammed. We need to get in touch. And they're saying on the phone, like, we need to get hold of them quick. But apparently when the scammer hangs up, they have like a minute to phone that woman to then, so that the scammer don't realise that the line's free or something they were saying. It's really good, you should watch it, it's on TikTok. But I love all that. I love watching court programmes, I love watching anything medical. Absolutely love it. I'm not squeamish when it comes to blood. I even watch how people get embalmed. Yes. Embalmed means that when you die, they put like a special liquid in your vein to, I think it's to what's the word I'm looking for? But basically it keeps your body a bit more alive before it rots or something. That sounds so awful. Awfully. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you make yourself laugh? I'd be very keen to find out. Oh, that is so funny. I nearly bought, I'm not even joking, I nearly bought another DAC painting last night, but I thought to myself, before, I'm really bad, like, when it comes to spending money. I just spend and spend and spend. I've always had a money problem. Like, I've always had a spending addiction. I'm quite open to that. And I have trouble controlling money. And normally, I would just spend it straight away. But my sister got me this thing at Christmas, which is like a wallet thing. And you're supposed to put all your different, like the bills that you pay out. And I think that has really sort of helped me and steered me in the right direction here. And last night I nearly bought something and I thought, do you know what? No. Because they gave me a discount and the discount said use the discount to get 10% off. But you had to spend £15 first. So there I go. I thought I'll do a dummy one. I'll put everything in the checkout and see how it comes out. And it turns out that it come to, I think I spent 16.50, and it turns out that you only get £1 off. So that is the most crappiest deal. Normally at 10 out of 10, if you get an email to say that it's 10% off, you're talking probably about £1, if that. That's all that relates to. But then the way they do it is the more you spend, the more discount you get. So if I spent 20, I probably would have got like £2 off. But yeah, it's bit not good really, I suppose. Found some more black gels here. Oh, lovely. Don't know about that one. That's a black. I know that's a black. I love that. So for lunch, because I've been waiting for Amazon, I bought another painting last night. When I've really eased back on buying paintings, and see again, these drills have got a popping problem because they've popped off there. But yeah, I've really eased back on buying paintings because I just gather that that money could be used for something else. You know, it could clear a bill or something. And even when I buy paintings, they just get shoved in the drawer until I get round to doing them. So I think the problem is I worry that they'll go out of stock. I mean, some of the paintings I want have been out of stock for well over a year. So, I mean, if the price is right, if it's only a £5, then I'll go grab it. But now what I've started to do is I've started to buy them when I'm approaching the end of the current one. But yeah, and obviously because I do unboxings every Friday, I need enough to unbox each Friday, if you get me. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's just going to be about basically a day of filming, really, and checking emails and making lunch, hoovering up, housework. I've got to do housework because they're coming in to do this light. Fingers crossed. Once that light's fixed, I think we should be able to do some live streams in the evening, which would just be amazing. I miss that light so much. But the thing is, I don't know if it's going to be any brighter because my understanding is they're taking away the fluorescent tube to put an LED version in. I didn't even know they could do an LED version, but yeah, that's interesting. But I've just got this gut feeling that they're going to go, right, we're not going to replace that. And then I'll be like, okay, I'll inform the ombudsman then. And I'll probably get compensation, but I just hope that they, you know, take it off. I've got a text to prove. If he says we can't replace it, then I'll show him the text from the contractor and say, look, it says here you're going to replace it. So, you know, what's the problem with it? I don't think they'll give me a light bulb either because this fluorescent tube is like £40 on its own. And the one I need, you can't get hold of anymore. So that's normally why I get my mum here to do it, because she will basically tell them how it is and that she will make sure it's done. Whereas with me, they just think they can walk all over me, and, you know, I'm not going to allow that. So they better get it done because I've just had to move my doctor's appointment because of this. So they better sort this crap out, really. But yes. Angela McCabe, I can see you've been doing some painting, so that's good. Really good to see. I love this gold colour we're working on here. And yes, we got to bring in this one here, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know how much we're going to get through. I wanted to start at 9 o'clock today filming, but had to do some errands this morning that I needed to run around. That's quite an old-fashioned word now, isn't it? Errands. I used to do that in school. Like, the teacher would always send me to do, like, could you go and collect the printing from the printer? Because the printer would always be, like, in a different room to the actual classroom. So, oh my God, right. Last night, that Hinkler website is a bit of a joke. So, you know I said you can get all these paintings on Hinkler? It turns out you can't even buy from Hinkler. So you log onto it, but there's no way to check out. So last night I was thinking, oh, I'll have that. No, you can't even check out. There's not even a checkout button. So what is the point in doing a website that you can't check out? So I just don't understand. But these crystal creations, there's not an awful lot on Amazon. They don't really do an awful lot in the works, so I don't know where else you can get them. And there's so many on Hinkler, but I think it's because it's like an Australian thing. I'm not entirely sure, but it's really, really disappointing actually. This is going to aggravate me now because like I'm seeing a lot of gaps, and I don't like seeing gaps. But yeah, I mean, you never know. We might get it finished today, but I reckon no, because obviously we're missing the black, and I need to. It's easy to replace. It's a 310. I know it's a 310, so I can easily dig around when I've got the time. I'll just see how we go. Currently, I used to do like 4 sessions of this, but alternate it between other filming that I need to do, but I don't think we'll get to another session of this today because I've got stacks to get through. Last night I spent like £51 in the newsagents because they just seem to come in faster and faster. And I checked with them. I do a magazine called Paper Crafter on my craft channel, and it turns out they get them in that shop. So apparently they come in monthly. So I'm looking at cutting the subscription through the post, and then I can just pick it up from there each month. Obviously, it won't be a file basis. It will just be on the shelf. But I can't see people buying that very often. So I reckon we're okay with that. But yeah, I've had this sore throat now for like 3 weeks now. And I'm just getting sick of it. It's making me very miserable. Because I can barely talk for a while. I've cancelled all the streams across all channels because I can only do this for a little bit and then my throat starts to go, so it is a bit of a nightmare really. So yeah. But I do have a, I've ordered this thing. I saw it on, I don't know where I saw it, I think it was a channel. But it's called a diamond painting grinder. So basically what happens is when the drills are all like mixed up, you can put it, or they're stuck, you put it in the grinder and it sort of separates them. So I don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll see. And see whether it works really. If not, it'll go back. So yeah. But yeah, it feels so nice to be, you know, approaching the end of this painting. Really, really lovely to see it, you know, finally come to the end of it. It's going to be really nice. I like to do, when I'm filming, I like to do what I feel is the longest to film first and then work quick backwards. But tomorrow I might do, if I've got any left I need to do. I might do them first. But, yeah. I normally film from, like, say, 10 up until 4. But, yeah, it's really nice to see this coming to an end soon. I think that's a D. Is it a D? Yeah, baby. That's a 6. Oh, that done us a favour. Brilliant. But the next painting, hopefully I can show you my little... hang on a minute. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, hopefully the next painting I can show you my little minder, you know, and work on that. It won't work on here because this is a hard board and you need the magnet, because this comes off, you see, and it goes under it, so you would need the magnet for that. I feel like crap. Might have to go back to Jankman's. They say to get lozenges, but I've had strepsils and they don't do nothing. So all that is an antiseptic. It doesn't actually do anything. It always plays up like at night time, and then like because obviously when you're sleeping, what the hell? Where's that come from? Oh my god. Because through the night you're not actually drinking, so your throat is getting very dry. So yeah, it's really annoying. Oh my god, yeah, I had this rude driver yesterday. So I ordered a Big Mac. Well, actually, it was a Big Tasty, and I don't know what happened, but the app missed off my door number. And he phoned up and he said, "Can you tell me what door number you is?" I said, "Yeah." "I can't understand a word you're saying." I said, "Yeah." And in the end, I got so pissed off because I was thinking, yeah, if you mark it as delivered and it's not, I'll be, you know, raising a dispute. But I actually text the number, and I text the mobile number of the driver, because you get the numbers of the driver, and I put my door number, and he came and he goes, "Next time, can you make sure that you've got the right number? You're lucky that I delivered it to you." And I thought, you rude, you know, I'm not going to say what, but what a nasty, rude person. You know, I can't help it if the app had a technical problem. And, oh, here we go again, Simon. Normally, if they're really quick, I'll give them a tip. But I thought, no, he's not getting it. But I used to do it through Uber Eats, but it was, I think you had to pay more or something. I don't know what it was, but I didn't use it anymore because I think it was like the service was really crap. And what they do on that app is, say that for some reason, when you order something, say like the money is, sometimes they have technical problems and the money doesn't get took. So what they do is they order it. They deliver it. But then the next time you order, you think your order is going to be like £10, but then you've got an outstanding balance because of the technical error, because you've got to pay for the order that they didn't take the money on. And then you're thinking, well, why is my order this much when it's only supposed to be this much? And they won't deliver any more until you've got the order cleared, the outstanding balance cleared. And that's really why I moved to the McDonald's app, which is a lot better. You get points and you get freebies. So, yeah. But I was so busy yesterday, I just fancied... I did have stuff in for lunch, but you know when you're like really backlogged and you just need a quick lunch? So... But I'll have to speak to McDonald's app about that because it keeps on happening and it keeps missing my door off for some reason. Even though I put it there fine, but... you know, that's what it needs to do, what I do. So, yeah. Then I've got the dentist, which we're going to be a... I don't know how we're going to cope with the dentist because I've got 3 broken teeth that this dentist... I'm with a new dentist now, which is part of Bupa. 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 But, yeah. The previous dentist, bloody Helen Duncan, tried to keep sticking a filling onto a broken tooth, which is just going to snap off again. because it's not like in the tooth, it's like at the back, so half of the tooth is like a triangle, where it's like all gone. But yeah, she thought she knew best. But yeah, that, I think what it is sometimes they just, you know, with people sometimes get free treatment, they just think they can use any treatment they like and bodge it up. But with me, I paid like £80, I think it was, because I have to go private and that. And I said, I'm not happy. You know, you need to sort this. I've just paid £80. And she goes, oh, I'll sort it. And she put, I noticed that there's a white filling. No, there's a silver filling. And then there's this white putty stuff. But it's a really hard substance. So I don't know what she used. But the second time, she used this white stuff. So I don't know what it was. But yeah, I'm no longer with that dentist because apparently I was supposed to be missing appointments, which I haven't, you know. Work will always come before appointments, and they're like, right, we're taking you off. It causes so much disruption. Okay, we'll do that then. We'll see you in court. Because at the end of the day, you've left me with treatment, which another dentist has got to now fix, you know. So, yeah, they left me with basically half a tooth stuck in the jaw, and it's level with the gum. So to get that out, they're going to have to make an incision. So that should be fun. And I sent them a complaint. They ignored it, like they always do. The manager there, oh, she's horrible. She is really, thinks she's all Mr. Wonderful, you know. And apparently you have to go through the actual NHS complaints service. So at some point I'm going to do that. But then they want to see proof that you've complained to them. So, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll email it over, and then if they don't respond within about a week, I'll send it to the NHS complaint. If they don't resolve that complaint, then I think you have to go through complaints process first, and then you have to, I think you then go for the ombudsman or something. But yeah, horrible person. Because I've been there since a kid. I've always been that dentist, and for her to go, you're, what's it called, writ off the register or whatever it is. You know when they like say you can't come back to that surgery for whatever reason, took off the register, is it? So yeah, I will find a way and I will get back in there because I am the best. So yeah. I mean, people always know that if you get on the wrong side of me, I'm always going to win. So, you know, I'm looking forward to... I love a challenge. I do love a challenge. I find it quite fun. So, yeah. I looked at some of my comments in Healthy Review the other day, because all my comments on my channel go for Healthy Review, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't respond to any for 5 days. That's how busy I've been. So for 5 days, no one had any comments replied to, so I do apologise about that. Obviously, if you haven't received a response yet, it's because I've not got back to you, or as I said, if you've got no content, and you're basically a channel with no content, then you'll automatically get blocked because it's basically trying to keep that spam out, you know. And I don't tolerate, on my channel, I will not tolerate any, you know, bullying or derogatory or any, you know, being nasty to anyone, because that's, you know, we're all equal here and I will not put up with it. So even if you try to make new accounts, I will block that. One of the trolls that watches my channel, they are very, like, they will slip up all the time because the way they write, if they try to, they've been caught on it. So they've actually set up another account and I've caught them out on it because the way they write mimics the way they write before I block them. So they gave it away just like that, you know. So, but yeah, But just, you know, treat everyone with respect and that. That's, you know, what we're all about here. I know my other friends does that. So she don't put up with none of that as well. So there's no need, you know, reason to hide behind the camera or hide behind the phone, as they say, because that's all they do. They hide behind the screen, la 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 la, and 10 times out of 10, you know it's a troll because it ain't got no content. So here we go. It's not, yeah. And then it comes in the channel, and then I look at it and I'm like, yeah, okay, no content, block. So yeah, it's and also diamond painting while I'm waiting for the package. It gives me something to it bypasses the time while I'm waiting for the package, because my Amazon parcels come through a depot in Cambridge, so they have a long track. They have one in Ipswich, but for some apparent reason it I know it sounds like I'm moaning. I do apologise if it's coming across like that, but I that's where people perceive me wrong, because I say it how it is, and people think I just moan all the time, and it's not. So I do apologise about that. But yeah, why they can't send it from Ipswich, I don't know. I really don't. Why take it to a depot that's further away? What is the point in that? But I got Eddie Stobart, which is a build that we're working on yesterday, and it looks really, really good. We get to put these are called leaf springs, and we're basically assembling them onto this big axle thing, which is quite nice. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 more, and we're going to call it there, because we have now reached the 30 minutes on the clock. Boom. Can someone get me a sound effect on that? It would be so cool to play that every time at the end. But yeah, lots of some other exciting things coming up soon. And there's a new company that I watch a channel called Mrs. Coffee, and she's just done an unboxing, something to do with diamond painting shop or something. So there's a new diamond paint, I don't know if it's new or not, but it's called Diamond Painting Shop. So yeah, it's have a good look at that. But she's lovely. She gets so excited, so when she gets a package, she'll always go, yeah, and I love it. She's ever so lovely. And it's always nice to see what she gets. But there we are edging the near, guys. And where's my cellophane gone? I can't wait to get this finished. I literally can't. We are so close now, but I think the mission is to try and find that 310s. I think the next session will just focus on these little colour section here, and then it's really just a case of this black section there. But please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified for all the videos that I do. If you want to get this, I think it's currently on a sale at the moment at £5 with Works at the time of recording this. So I think they're trying to push it out for new stock, but please get it. It's a lovely painting if you like it. Take care. I'll see you next Monday. Bye. If the camera will let me.